San Antonio agents, welcome back. Sarah here with Texas Title Girl today. And in this video, you're going to have 7 minutes and 30 seconds on the dot when I say ready, set, go. Watch this one video for 7 minutes and 30 seconds. I've got tons of information that I'm going to download at lightning speed. I'm going to barely be able to take a breath. And you're going to get a ton of information in 7 minutes and 30 seconds that will be tips and tricks for how to overcome your social media hurdles. So let's get started. I'm going to address some common objections I encounter when working with agents on their social media efforts. And I hope to give you a few things to keep in mind when it comes to managing social media so that it doesn't manage you. So what is social media and why does it matter? Social media, simply put, is a digital platform where people can build communities. But why should these communities matter to you? Well, I think they should matter because when you understand the platform and the communities and where your ideal client is hanging out, you can then begin to create value. So there's 3 hurdles that most agents encounter. Hurdle number 1 is posting when you don't have a plan. You need a plan, and I can help with that. Hurdle number 2, you might be short on time. I can also help with that. Time blocking is going to help save you. When you block for your content creation, which is hurdle number 3, you'll know exactly what you're going to create, who you're creating it for, and the time it's going to take to create all of that content. So you also need social media goals, but why? Well, because goals help you set yourself up for success. You need goals when it comes to your social media efforts. You need to know what those goals should be. I can help. You want them to be practical, and a practical goal might be something like awareness, engagement, or conversion. But it's hard to have clear goals for your social media platforms when you don't have a brand. So if you don't have a brand, I want you to reach out to me as well because I can help you create a brand that is sustainable, looks like you, feels like you, and appeals to your ideal client. When you know your ideal client and the problems that they have and how you can solve them better than anyone else, the content will easily come. So also, before I keep going here, it might be good to pull over and talk about some of the social media marketing terms to make sure that we're keeping them all straight. Branding is when you define who you are and what you do. Marketing comes after branding because it's how you get your message out to the consumer. So it doesn't make much sense to market yourself if you don't have a brand. So I can help with that if you need help with branding and marketing. And speaking of branding and marketing, you can overcome this hurdle when, like I said earlier, you know your ideal client. That's going to be a game changer because then you're going to know exactly what you need to create content around, what they need, and the way in which they prefer to consume your content. So if you're not sure how to identify your ideal client, I want you to contact me as well. I can help with that. Remember in 1996 when Bill Gates said content is king and it will take over much of the internet? Well, whether you do digital or traditional content, content is king, and you need to get on video yesterday. If you're not already on video, I can help you with that. Video will help you grow your brand exponentially. You might be saying, okay, content is a big hurdle, Sarah. I can come up with the plan and the time, but I still need help with content. No problem. You're going to create something called content pillars. Those content pillars will help you know every time you sit down, okay, I'm going to create content, for example, about one of 3 things: buyers, sellers, and maybe my brand. And then underneath each one of those 3 pillars, you begin to break down specific topics that relate to each one of those pillars. So you also want to make sure you're clear on the platform that you're selecting. Facebook might be the best place for you, but also Instagram or a place like Twitter, LinkedIn, or TikTok might be even better. Platforms are a lot like our San Antonio malls. They're diverse. They have their own culture and audience and look and feel. But if your platform or your brand or your social media efforts look like Central Park Mall, you're not going to get very far. So I can help you with that if you need help identifying what platform you should be on. And again, remember that my goal in this video is to help you overcome your hurdles. So sometimes when we don't have a plan, we wind up creating content that is all about me. So when we flip the script and we say, okay, what is the purpose of this post? It's going to help us understand if the post that we're about to put out for the world to see is going to add value or if it's just kind of a backdoor brag. There's nothing wrong with tooting your own horn, but you want to make sure that it's not done so often that people are sort of turned off by it. Again, that's why video is a great way to reach out to your consumers, because when you're putting out video content, hopefully the video content that you're putting out is valuable and teaching, inspiring, or encouraging your audience. It would be a major hurdle also if I told you today that every single piece of content you put out has to be brand new and different from the one you put out before. That would definitely be an objection for me. So the other thing I can help you with is how to repurpose your content. You probably have content that you're sitting on right now that you've created over the years, and we just need to sit down and look at how to repurpose it. You can sometimes get up to 20 or 30 pieces of content from one newsletter that maybe you created a few years ago, and that will give you a month's worth of content easily. So it's easy to find me on social media under Texas Title Girl, all one word, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, you name it. I'm Sarah. I'm here to help add value to you, so don't hesitate to reach out, and I'll talk to you soon.